Hello, everyone. Truth Seeker 333 here, live tonight, Monday night, Southern California, time zone 8:08 p.m. I am copying the link to this live chat into the YouTube description. So I'm doing that right now. If anybody wants to join this live chat, simply go to the description and click on the link to open up the Google Hangouts application. Okay. I have updated the link, and the description should now be updated with the link for the Google Live Hangout. Let me split my screen so that I can view the live chat on YouTube, as well as the chat window in the Google Hangouts. Okay. So some of our topics tonight we could discuss would be possibly autistic spectrum or INTJ personality types, maybe gardening, maybe health and diet, biblical studies, whatever anybody's interested in discussing tonight. I'm always open to changing the conversation, but I'm also interested in doing a little bit of study on fermented ginger. So I think I'm going to look into that a little bit right now. Fermented ginger drink. Here's a here is a recipe how to make ginger bug for traditionally fermented sodas. How to make a healthy ginger ale. How to make ginger bug for traditionally fermented sodas. Let's take a look at that one. The Nourished Kitchen. Wholesome cooking doesn't have to be hard. The Nourished Kitchen. How to make ginger bug for homemade sodas. Okay, I'm assuming that they mean a probiotic of the ginger. A little jar of ginger bug, a slurry of ginger and sugar sits on the countertop where fed daily, it bubbles and foams. Okay, what is a ginger bug? A slurry of fermented yeast and sugar water. Ginger bug captures beneficial microorganisms like wild yeasts and bacteria in the same way that sourdough starter does. The wild microorganisms eat away at the sugar in the ginger bug and produce carbon dioxide as a result. When mixed with a flavored sweet tea, fruit juice, or other base, the microorganisms in the ginger bug begin to consume the sugar in the tea or the juice. And as they do, they reproduce and emit carbon dioxide. The result is a fizzy and effervescent, naturally fermented soda that is rich in beneficial bacteria critical to gut health and immune system function. What you need for the ginger bug and homemade sodas. I'm reading from the website, thenourishkitchen.com, about the ginger bug. You need only fresh ginger. You need sugar. You need filtered or dechlorinated water and a container to hold the contents. To make the fermented sodas, you'll further need flavorings, whether it's fresh herbs, fruit juice, or a concoction of herbs, flowers, roots, and bark, like I use in my homemade root beer. Maybe I should look at the homemade root beer recipe. While the ginger bug itself benefits from a loosely lidded environment, homemade fermented sodas benefit from a tightly capped environment, which disallows the escape of carbon dioxide produced during fermentation. This gas, a natural byproduct of fermentation, helps to ensure that the resulting homemade soda is fizzy, bubbly, and pleasantly effervescent when opened. So fresh ginger. You'll need fresh ginger, unrefined cane sugar, mason jar, and a flip-top bottle allows you to tightly and safely cap your homemade sodas as they ferment. The tight cap ensures that carbon dioxide remains in the bottle, effectively carbonating your homemade sodas. You can find flip-top bottles in home brewing supply stores, or you can buy them online. Okay, let's talk about the sugar. And this is something I was interested in, and I'm glad that this article brings it up. It says, when I approach fermented tonics, whether it's continuous brew, kombucha, or water kefir, readers often wonder at the addition of sugar, seeking to circumvent its use. When I read these questions, I'm often reminded of my friend Hannah's response, the sugar isn't for you. It's not for you. Hannah runs Kombucha Camp, a site devoted to kombucha's benefits and uses. Her statement holds true for ginger bug too. That is, sugar feeds beneficial bacteria and wild yeasts without a caloric sweetener. The bacteria and yeast have nothing to eat and cannot proliferate. Much of the sugar in fermented tonics is consumed by beneficial microorganisms who then transform it. Now, to use your ginger bug in preparing homemade sodas, simply strain off 1/4 cup of the liquid and add it to 1 quart of a sweetened herbal infusion, to fruit juice, or to a combination of the two. Mix it well, transfer it to a flip-top bottle where you can allow it to ferment about 3 days. Transfer it to the refrigerator and allow it to chill before opening. So, here's the instructions. Break off a knob from your hand of ginger, peel away its papery skin, and grate it until you have 2 heaping teaspoons. That's all? I think I would use a lot more ginger because I'm like a ginger. I love ginger. Anyway, place the grated ginger in a small jar. Whisk in 1 tablespoon unrefined cane sugar and 2 tablespoons filtered water. Cover the jar loosely and allow it to ferment in a warm spot in your kitchen. Every day for at least 5 days. Mix an additional 2 tablespoons of grated ginger. Okay, so every day you're adding more ginger. 1 tablespoon sugar and 2 tablespoons water into your jar. The ginger will begin to foam and bubble at its top, and it will take on the yeasty fragrance of beer. After 5 days, it's ready to use. You can also store it in the refrigerator and feed it 2 tablespoons grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of water once a week. Okay. So it's kind of like a sourdough starter that you have to keep feeding it. To use the ginger bug to make homemade sodas, prepare 1 quart of herbal tea, sweetened with sugar. Strain off 1/4 cup of the ginger bug's liquid and whisk it into the sweetened tea. Replace the 1/4 cup ginger bug you've removed with 2 tablespoons sugar, dissolved into 1/4 cup water. Transfer the sweetened tea and ginger bug to flip-top bottles and allow it to ferment at room temperature for 3 days. Transfer it to the refrigerator to drink, or drink it straight away. I like that article. That's a really good description. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description of this event. And let's see, where would I go? All right. So there you have it. How to make ginger drink. All right. God bless everybody.